How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I apologize about the lack of videos and streams recently. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, my Wi-Fi was out for the past 3 or 4 days because of the storm. It just came back about 15 minutes ago, and we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to be streaming later tonight, hopefully, and I'm going to be dropping a second video later tonight, depending on how this video does. I want to rip like 30 or 40 all-pro packs. I think that'd be a pretty dope video. So if this video gets like 50 likes really quick, I'll just drop that one the moment it does that. I'll just drop it really quick. So aim for 50 likes, drop a like if this vid helps. As you can tell by the title in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to become a good sniper. I have 1.7 mil now. Once everything sells, well over 2 mil, all of which has been free to play, and I haven't even really been able to play the game that much because of no power and no Wi-Fi. So we're going to get right into it. This is going to be from beginner all the way to advanced. My goal is to make this the only sniping video you ever need to watch, like of mine. Like you'll never need to watch another video. You're just going to know and just be a millionaire in this game. Like that's kind of the goal of this video. So let's get right into it. Before we start, assuming you have 0 coins, my suggestions would be watch ads, play the Madden Mint event. It's right here. I've already played it. I do it all the time. It's going to give you like a free 30K. And complete other challenges, etc., and just try and get up to like 50,000. You need like 50K to start sniping. That's my big rule. Or if you could sell players in your team, just always try and have like 100K. That's like a word of advice. Never spend all of your coins upgrading your team or whatever, and then leaving yourself with nothing. Because the big thing with this game is you need to have coins to make coins. So I always like set myself like a bar. Like I will never allow myself to go below 100K or 200K or whatever it may be. So always try and do that. So let's get right into it. Big thing you guys need to know. The auction house is much different from years in the past. You can no longer snipe the way we're all accustomed to. I don't snipe this way at all. So back in the day, it was much easier just to go like this. You could go elites, 80 overall, 100K, and just sit here and wait for the round to drop and buy them. Everybody knows if an elite drops for under 100K, it's a snipe. They're worth way more, right? This way doesn't work anymore because of the way the auction house works. People aren't posting cards that cheap. Scott the bot doesn't let that happen, etc. So you can't do filters that are what I call instant buy, where if a card shows up, I'm buying it 100% of the time. I don't do filters like that. I prefer filters I call scroll sniping filters. So an example of this would be my favorite filter right now, elites for anywhere from like 160 to 180K. And the point of this filter is, look, there's going to be cards that are already here. I'm not going to buy them. I have to know what card that shows up that I want to actually buy. So I'm not actually scrolling because there's only like 3 cards, but say I was doing elites for 180K, I would have to scroll down to the end to where the cards just dropped. So you see how they say 3 hours and 55 minutes. That's how you know they dropped recently. And then I have to determine, is any of the cards that are being shown to me here worthy of me buying? Okay, that's what I call a scroll sniping filter. This method of sniping is much better. I can show you some of the snipes I've gotten. This, yikes. Okay, this would have been, that's a good scroll sniping filter. So no, you can't just put elites for 150K and know that all of them are sniped because some wouldn't. But Khalil Mack for 145K he sells for like 230. That's not a good scroll sniping one. That's just a screenshot. That's a pack. Myles Garrett for 107K. You could adopt that in a regular filter. It wasn't really that good because scroll sniping. This is a prime example of scroll sniping filter. So I had 80 to 160K. There was like 4 cards already showing, but Aaron Donald dropped for 155. Bought him, resold him for like 230 or something. Evan Ingram, same thing. Had my filter like 190K this night for whatever reason. Bought him, resold him for like 250. Stephon Diggs, same thing. Had my filter at 80 for 160K. Bought him, resold him for like 300K. Same thing here. Same thing here. This was a different filter that I'll go on to show you guys. Another example. So right here, I have my filter set, 80 overall, 160K. Card showed up, 121K Melvin Gordon. I know that he's worth more. Bought him, resold him for like 200K. So the main reason this way of sniping, I'm trying to explain this the best I can. I'm sorry if this is confusing. The main reason this way of sniping is much better is because it requires skill. Not everyone can do this. Not a bot can't do this. You have to actually be, aware of the auction house prices, know what's good, know what's not. There's a lot of times that something shows up and I'm like, holy crap, that looks pretty good. Is that a snipe? And if I didn't know, like I always check before for the most part, unless I, know it's a snipe. But I've gotten to the point where I know prices and I know like Fletcher Cox for 157K is not good. Stuff like that. So you're going to need to learn. It's going to take time. When in doubt, always check the price because you don't want to get put in a situation where you buy Chris Jones for 171K and he turns out he's only worth 180K and then you're going to lose coins. So when in doubt, always check the card's price. That's really big, really important. But yeah, let's go to other examples of scroll sniping filters that I like. So 76 for anywhere from 45K to 60K, all work. You need wide receiver. Actually, you can keep wide receiver in for this one. And then once again, you're just going to scroll down to the end, see if there's anything here that you like. The round's actually about to drop soon. So here's another tip I can give you guys. Whenever the round is getting close to dropping, I always try and like to set my filter up so that I can see a card that was purchased in the last round, such as this Gerald McCoy. That way, when I'm refreshing and this card disappears, that signals to me that, hey, the round just dropped. So whenever this Gerald McCoy no longer is available, like on my screen, I know that the round just refreshed. And when I say round drop, for those who aren't aware, every 5 minutes, a new batch of players is going to drop. So here's one right there. And then I'm going to quickly swap over to my other filter and see if we can get another snipe. One sec. Let's see if anything showed up here. Nothing dropped. Okay. But yeah, so that's essentially what a round drop is. So right now it is 5:49. So the next drop will be 5 minutes from now, meaning it will be at 5:54. Okay. So let's see. What else do I want to explain? A key thing with doing sniping like this is to make them accustomed to you. That's the biggest tip of advice I can give you. Based off how many coins you have, you want to change how you're sniping. So right now I have a lot of coins, so maybe I want to actually snipe higher of our players. You may be looking at this video going, I have 70K. So then you could try something else. Maybe go 77 overall for 70K. Always take out quarterback because everybody got a free Lamar Jackson, so he's like way cheaper. And then you want to try this perhaps. Whatever, that's why it's so much better when you actually get good at this. You can create your own filters, and the best filters you make are the best filters you can use are the ones you make yourself, because you're going to have like no competition. It's just going to be you on them, rather than if you got it from a YouTube video that I give you, it's going to have, competition. So that's the biggest bit of advice I can give you. Always be willing to change your filters. I never use the same buy now price. Sometimes I do 80 for 160. Sometimes I do for 190. Sometimes I go 82 overall for 220,000. I'm always changing my filter, and I really recommend that. So based off how many coins you have when you're watching this video, change it. So maybe you only have 20K, then do 72s for like 12,000. And same thing, you're just gonna scroll. Oh wait, they dropped in price. Maybe not, maybe do 73s. I did this on opening day. I did that filter, and it was really good, but they're cheap now. Okay, so maybe you wanna do 73s for like 15,000 or something, depending on the price. Just try and find filters that work for you. Then you need to learn the prices in your head. When in doubt, check. A bit of advice I can give you as well. You don't want there to be too long of a scroll. If you have to scroll for pages and pages, you're going to end up missing a few good snipes. You usually only want it to be like anywhere from like 1 to 2 page max is your goal. This right here is like getting close to being too long of a scroll, if that makes sense. You don't want to have to like sit there and go like that for 20 minutes. So maybe I would lower my buy now price. Okay, so that's kind of the basic ins and outs of scroll sniping. You need to learn the auction house, okay? And you need to be willing to adapt your filter. Don't just use the same filter on repeat. Be willing to adapt your filter, and that's how I've made a lot of my coins. So depending on how many coins you have, you might want to try higher overall filters. Always take QB out, and then trying higher price, etc. And that's kind of what I've been doing. Rather than doing a consistent buying whatever card shows up, I prefer doing a filter that I have to know the prices, and it ends up with me making way more coins because I don't have to compete with like a bot or things like that. It's just me and other people doing this. So I made 15K on this one. Not bad. Actually, after tax, probably a bit less, but that's fine. I'm gonna cut the video here, I think. Let's see, how long to the round drops? 2 minutes until the round drops. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? Maybe I'll cut the video here, and we'll come back with the next round drop. Okay guys, so we're getting close to another round dropping. Another piece of advice I could give you, I recommend if you want just to be more efficient and like save yourself time, is using a timer on your phone. So the moment the round drops, press start time, and then just come back sniping like 4 minutes and 50 seconds later, and then just start refreshing then, because like I said, the round would drop approximately every 5 minutes. So this would just save you time rather than having to sit here and constantly press refresh until the round actually shows up. You'll just know when it's starting. So whether you want to do that on your computer, your phone, or your iPad or whatever, just start a timer right after the round drops. That can be really helpful for you. But here we go. We're going to try and get another snipe, see what pops up. Maybe nothing will. And then I always like to use 2 filters during each round. So I'm going to immediately swap over to another filter after this round drops. A lot dropped here. I see 40K. That's a good price. 31K. No way I get that. Yep, I should have went for that one first. And we're going to swap over to my elite filter We'll throw it like at 180k this time and see if there's anything that I like. Nothing really showed up, so it's a bit dry right now. Maybe we'll try a bit higher. We'll go 200k, 81, and see if there's anything here. Nothing really here, so that's kind of the ins and out. That's what I like to do. Let me know in the comments if you like a different strategy. This is what's worked for me. I've made about 2 mil all off sniping. I really haven't had much luck with packs or anything like that, and I haven't spent any money. It's all just been off sniping with the exact methods I showed here. Scroll sniping, been really effective for me this year. It's actually really, really good. People are making a ton of coins, so I hope this video was helpful for you. Based off the likes in this video, I'm definitely going to be dropping another video later tonight or tomorrow of me ripping like 30 plus of these all pro packs. I think that's going to be super, super dope. They're pretty cool. And then I'll definitely be streaming later tonight, so make sure you have notifications on or are following me on Instagram. Link will be down in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it helped. See you boys in the next one.